It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
I think that he's only sorry because the video was released and not necessarily just because of what he did. I think that all of this time, because you got to remember that that video came out in 2016. And I want to talk about a couple of other things as far as the fallout of this. But that video came out in 2016. And so one of the reasons that he's sorry is for the video. Now, the question that you got to ask yourself is he apologetic for all of the other things that we don't even know about? We don't even know about. Now, I stand on the idea that, there's a lot of guys that get accused of things that they didn't do. But I also believe that one of the things that feed into it is the fact that when people like this do stuff and then you give them the benefit of the doubt because you don't know who's lying and who's not because people are human and men lie and women lie and whatever it is that they need to do in order to protect themselves, protect their reputation or their bag. You don't know who to believe, and so you wait for the evidence to come out. And I don't believe in convicting people in a court of public opinion, and I'm gonna stand on that, no matter who it is, no matter how much I dislike him, or no matter how much I don't rock with him. And I've never been a Diddy fan, but I always am an advocate for men being falsely accused. Now, since the evidence come out, it just looks 10 times worse because the apology comes after you put up the Instagram post that basically said that you didn't do anything and you being falsely accused. Now, me personally, I believed him. And one of the reasons why I believed it is because he wasn't just speaking towards Cassie, but he was speaking towards, I guess, the Lil Rods and all of that, right? But I believe that he's apologetic because, first of all, let me just say this. I'm not even sure that he's sorry to her. I think that he's sorry that the video came out. All right. Number two, now all of this therapy shit and his monster shit. And number three, he don't really know how much he set men back, especially when men that, you know what I'm saying, went against the grain like myself. And I could say, without a shadow of a doubt, you know what I'm saying, since we were all giving our opinions, that I was 100% off the mark and 100% wrong with regard to Cassie. I don't know about all of these other motherfuckers. I still give men the benefit of the doubt because I'm a ride for my guys in a general sense. But I was 100% off about Cassie, and I already did talked about it on another live stream. But see, the problem that he don't understand is that this ain't just with regard to Cassie. This is also with regard to all men in all situations, because this is why God says you got to be faithful over little, and then I'll make you rule over much. And that money don't automatically make you a better person. As a matter of fact, the love of money is the root of all evil because it makes you more of what you already are, does not fix your issues. And so a lot of people, when they get resources, they become even more of the monster that they already would have been had they had not resources in the first place. And so what happens is now it sets men back significantly because it empowers a lot of other women to say, yes, by default, believe all women, even if it's a segment of them or a large population of them that's still throwing men under the bus, because all of the guys that was getting out from the Innocence Project after being falsely accused, they don't get the benefit of the doubt. And so they still got to spend 10, 15, 20 years of their life, if they don't have to spend a whole sentence, after they get falsely accused for shit that they didn't do. You got other guys that's possibly being falsely accused. I don't know what to think anymore. You know what I'm saying? The whole DJ Academics thing that came at the absolute worst time for academics, considering that this video come out and now Diddy out here making apologies because he got caught, not necessarily because he did the wrong thing. And now he talking about he's seeking therapy. Motherfucker, that was 8 years ago. So you did the work from now through 8 years, because according to what other people are saying, you still having freak offs. I still think he one of the freak off kings. I still think he on that shit. He probably calmed down now because he don't know who to trust. But I absolutely still think that he on some horrible person type shit. And so the fact that you apologizing for getting caught with this don't mean that you completely absolved from being a monster in the other 40, 50 years of your life. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know how you come back from this. I don't think that he can come back from this. The only thing for him to be able to do is to hope that he never get arrested for other stuff, because I don't think that he gonna get arrested for this. I've already read some reports, and I don't know how true they are, that basically said that ain't nobody arresting him for this. And it just make people look bad, even to the point to where people is trying to force men that ain't even ever laid a hand on Cassie to apologize. Yo, before you ever talk to the rest of these guys, go and talk to the enablers. Go and talk to the people that was around them. Go and talk to the people that seen this stuff. Because, see, here's the key, and here's the real caveat. It's a lot of people that was around that probably knew a significant amount about this, and instead of them bringing themselves to the front of the congregation, they just want to distance themselves from it and act like it never happened. They just want to distance themselves from it and act like it never happened. Man, so while we on this whole apology tour, let's go ahead and have a conversation, or a deeper conversation, about all of the enablers and the people that surround you that acted like it never happened until Cassie filed a lawsuit. Then everybody was like, "Oh man, I was just amazed. I never seen nothing. It was all a singular event." Bullshit, bullshit. I know it's a lot of guys that's out here that did some egregious shit, or is in a position to get accused of something that they didn't do, that's shaking in their boots. They shaking in their boots. And I'm a always advocate, and I'm an advocate, and I'm a ride for the guys. And I'm always going, whether you're a man or a woman, I think that innocent until proven guilty, or some other evidence that shows that it's real. And then we can come back and we say, okay, well, you know what? That was absolutely right. But it's fucked up, because it's almost just about whose word are you going to take and who are you going to believe, especially as soon as an accusation is made and somebody's reputation could be killed. And then I think that he contributes into it, because now he want to come out with an apology tour when everybody find out. Now, is it a possibility, a small possibility, that he was sorry off camera before this happened? Absolutely, but I don't believe it. At this point, I think that you got to take, you know what I'm saying, take it at his word and look at the evidence and make it is what it is. And I just think that it's really nothing that you can believe that come out of Puff's mouth at this point. His reputation is completely ruined. He was already on a downslope. You know what I'm saying? Now he's making apology videos on Instagram and shit like that. And I think that people just want to see Puff go away. Unless he spent his entire life, and I don't think that that would be enough either. If he spent the rest of his entire life trying to figure out how he could fix the world and come up with a cancer curing something, unless that happens, there's no way that Puff is ever coming back from this. I think he's done. People want to see blood. That's how Rome is. They don't believe in none of that forgiveness shit. They don't believe in none of that. People want to see blood. They want to see you pay for what you did. And at this point, it's very difficult for me to argue against them. And it's unfortunate, because it set men back significantly. But I don't know. I'm curious as to what y'all think. Make sure y'all tab inside of the Patreon. Link is in the description. I can't wait to read the comments and see what y'all got to say about this. I just wish this nigga would go away. This nigga fucking up everything.